Here's something you don't know about me. I'm kind of addicted to watching Transformers Rescue Bots at the moment. Yes, this addiction, if you can call it that, happened a number of months ago. I've been watching clips of Rescue Bots on YouTube, and some of the clips are quite intriguing. I mean, I like watching cartoons anyway, and I'm not above watching cartoons for younger kids. Like, I'm a huge fan of Octonauts and Chuggington. I love those two shows, and Transformers Rescue Bots is just, in my opinion, just a Transformers themed equivalent to Chuggington and Octonauts. It's a similar sort of thing. So yeah, I've got an Amazon Prime account, and I wasn't using the streaming video part of it. I was just using it to get free shipping on packages from Amazon, and they kept bombarding me with emails saying, "Oh, you're not using your video, Amazon Prime video rights and blah blah blah." Anyway, so eventually I decided, well, I've got my smart telly. It's got an Amazon app on it, Amazon Prime app. So I logged in through there, and I was looking around at various shows on there. And then I thought, I wonder if they've got Transformers Rescue Bots on there. And lo and behold, they have. They had the entire season 2 of Rescue Bots on the TV, free to view if you're an Amazon Prime. So I watched that, and I thought, well, I really want to watch Season 1. And then I had a bit of a shock. Season 1, if you want to watch Season 1, well, look at this video. So as I was saying, Season 2 Rescue Bots is on Amazon Prime and free to watch. And as you can see, I've watched all 26 episodes. Now, Season 3 is not available. You've only got Season 2. But if you go to Season 1, right, buy each episode £1.89. So 26 episode show at £1.89. That's for standard definition only. Comes out at £49.14. And then if you want to watch it in HD, £2.49 per episode. That is a staggering £64.74. Get stuffed, Amazon Prime. Well, as you can see, I ain't paying that. I ain't paying £49 to watch Season 1 in standard definition, or 64 quid to watch it in HD. Pfft, no way. That's way too much. I mean, if it had been like, say, 15, maybe 20 quid, I might have thought about it, but I have a bit of a problem about paying for, to watch digital video content, because at the end of the day, you don't own a hard copy of what it is you've just watched, like if you buy a DVD. It's just, all you've bought is the rights to watch whatever it is you're watching via a streaming service. You haven't downloaded it, nah. It's I just don't really buy into that ethos. But in certain cases you have to, because that's just the way things are going. But anyway, I digress. Needless to say, I watched Rescue Bots. Watched Season 2, yeah. Wanted to watch Season 1, but not financially viable. Then I found that there's a Freeview channel in the UK called Pop, and it's channel 125 on Freeview. And I realised that they were screening Season 3 episodes, so I started watching those. And then, lo and behold, last week, for half-term holiday, they said, we're going to screen episodes from Season 4. And, get this, I've watched up to episode 13 of Season 4. Because they've been screened. They started off last Saturday. They screened 2 episodes a day from Saturday through till Friday. The following Friday, on the Friday, they did the 13th episode, and then they've gone back to the beginning and they're screening the season 4 episodes again. It's only the first half of Season 4. Second half, they probably haven't finished making it, so it will come out later on. So what this means is that here in the UK, we're ahead of America in a brand new TV show that's just been screened. And what's more, It's free to view. You don't need satellite or cable to watch it. It's nice to get one over the Americas just every now and again, isn't it? So yeah, I've watched up to episode 13. I think the Americans are, as of last weekend, just gone. They were only up to, I think it was episode 8. Because they get 2 episodes per weekend. Or they're screening 2 new episodes every weekend, ongoing. So yeah, we're up to 13. So it's going to take a couple of weeks for the Americans to catch up. But yeah. And thing about season 4 is there's a couple of episodes where they've done some references to other Transformer, sort of genres. There's one episode where Heatwave comes out with this reference where he says, "Who were you expecting? Starscream?" And then there's another episode, Tidal Wave comes out with a reference to the McAdams' old oil house. And there's a reference to Unicron later on in one of the other episodes as well. So yeah, there's some... that's the first time I've seen, references to Decepticons in a Rescue Bots show. But yeah, so really been into watching the Rescue Bots lately. But anyway, never mind. So I've been watching Rescue Bots, really into it. And when I get into a show, watching a show that I like, I want to buy a piece of it. I want to buy a toy from the line. Now, I already have a Rescue Bot. I have this guy, Rescan Optimus Prime. Now, I bought him from the Coventry Toy Fair at the Sports Connection just over a year ago. It was 17th of May last year. And I was walking around, and it was mostly model trains and model vehicles. Nothing in the way of like Transformer toys. And I did see this guy in a box of junk at the bottom of someone's table, and I was looking at it and thinking, well, I thought it was kind of interesting because he transforms into a monster truck, and I thought, Optimus Prime monster truck, that's kind of interesting. But I put it down and walked around and didn't see anything else, and I was on my way out, and then I met my friend Richard. We came in, we did another once round, and then I found another table that I'd overlooked where I saw this guy stood at the back. Yeah, Beast Wars leader Megatron. So I saw him and I thought, yep, I'm having some of that. And of course, then when I looked even further on the stall, got Titanium Soundwave. And he also had the bottom half to Duocon flywheels. And I wasn't going to take this, of course. Well, it's tidy, but I don't need this. But the guy said, well, since you've bought the other two, you can have this for nothing. So when I got home, obviously went on eBay and I bought the other half, and there you go. One complete flywheels. But yeah, so as I was going out, I thought, sod it. I'll go back and I'll get Optimus. And he's got a nice, clicky one-step transformation. But it's the fact that he transforms into a monster truck. He's Optimus Prime, the monster truck, and that's kind of why I bought him. It's got a bit of damage. One of his back wheels has got a bit missing, and there's a bit off his vehicle mode that's broken off there. But it was only £1, so why not? So yeah, that broke my duck on Rescue Bots. But now that I've watched the show, there's another character who I really like. And when I been looking at the toys and I saw this guy, and I think, well, he's one of the more screen accurate renditions of the character from the show. And yeah, I've got Salvage. Now obviously this thing, you can review it in about 10 seconds, because I mean, yeah, it's a robot, it's got arms that move, it's bright and colourful, it's made very, very hard wearing plastic, and it's really easy to transform, like so. That's it. That's the review done. Now, when I was looking for this online, I found out this guy is a scalper's wet dream. He's scalper's paradise, because you look on eBay and you see him going for prices like this. But that's nothing. You wait till you go on Amazon and see the prices this guy goes for on Amazon. Look at this. £130 quid! 130 quid for a rescue bot. Are you kidding me? Oh, there's some real, robbing buggers out there. There really is. I mean, who would want to pay 130 quid for this? So, yeah. How did I get hold of this? I didn't want to pay 30 odd quid for this, which seems to be the going rate on eBay in the UK. Usually you have to get them shipped from the States and you have to pay a bit more because of the shipping. So you're talking 45 quid to get one of these at the lower end of the price bracket, the scalpers' prices. But I thought, well, I'm going to go around some toy shops and I'm going to look for him. Now the problem is he's from a wave that came out last year, so he's from an older wave which is now discontinued. But there are still a few knocking around in the shops that perhaps the scalpers have overlooked. Because I mean, I could quite easily stick this guy on eBay and get double, treble what I paid for it. It'd be a money-making scheme. But I want Salvage because he's a really cool character in the show. But anyway, I got him from Smith's, and I didn't pay £10.99 for him. He was actually he had a sticker on it that was 2 for £15, so it was obviously an older promotion that was discontinued. They had it was actually from the Smith's Toy Superstore at Bury in Lancashire, where I go up to volunteer on the East Lancs Railway. I always do this thing on the Saturday morning when I go up town and I have breakfast in the Witherspoons, and then I walk around the town centre. I go to Entertainer and then walk across the bypass, and then I go to Smith's Toy Superstore. And I was specifically looking for this guy. I didn't see him in Entertainer, but I went into Smith's and they had a massive great rack of rescue bots, and I was looking for it and I thought, there's no Salvage. And then I got to the bottom shelf, and stuffed right at the back was Salvage. And the reason he was stuffed at the back was because of this. Because his tag had broken. Now you can imagine some kid ripped this off the peg, wanting to look at it, and ripped the tab on it. And then parent went, oh no, you've damaged it, and stuffed it to the back, or somebody picked it out to buy it and they saw it had a little bit of damage on the box and they thought, oh, I'm not buying that now, so they stuffed it to the back. So lucky for me, I managed to get it for £9.99, because when I took it to the till and they run it through, oh, that's only £9.99, so I got him for under a tenner. So I'm happy, very happy. Yeah, just a few things to say about this toy. It's a rescue bot. There's not a lot it does. It just the arms go round. That's it. It's kind of hollow, as most Transformers are. He's got a hollow head. The back of his arms are hollow. Paint apps. Now you look at the pictures on the box, and there are certain paint apps on the toy which aren't there. Like, say the yellow bits up here. If you look at the box, and then you look at the toy. It's supposed to have yellow bits up here. These bits are supposed to be picked out in, I think, orange. And he's supposed to have blue on the inside of his legs. His crotch is supposed to be yellow. And he's supposed to have silver bits on his hands. So they've skimped on the paint apps. But, oh, and yeah, the wheels were supposed to be painted silver as well. But worst of all, when you compare this with the character model from the show, there's actually a picture of him in the corner of the box, and you can see from his head sculpt, he's got like the top of his head is yellow, and he's got like the yellow chunky jaw. And you look at his head, and it's just the top of his head's blue, and his jaw's silver, and he's got red eyes when the guy is clearly supposed to have blue eyes. So yeah, me feels a paintbrush beckons for this guy to make him a little bit more screen accurate. But apart from that, it's a rescue bot. It's designed, for play pattern like this with young kids, smashing them together. So it's very solidly built. No sharp edges on it. Very brightly coloured. Typical, toy for younger viewers, and you know, very simple and satisfying transformation. So he's great. When he's rolling in vehicle mode, his wheels are all pinned, but he has got a bit of a clearance issue. He's got this little bit here which sticks down. So if you stick him on something that anything other than a completely flat surface, he doesn't want to roll. Like on my fabric cover here, it just keeps, as you can see, it just keeps jamming up. So yeah, that's a pity. But no, I'm totally glad I got it. Because he's a great character in the show. He just, well, he likes to recycle stuff, and of course us humans being fairly wasteful, we send stuff to the town or city dump, and he just goes to the dump and he's collecting up all sorts of bits. He's a bit of a kleptomaniac. He likes collecting things. And then he recycles them and turns them into useful gizmos and gadgets that the other rescue bots can use. So he's also pretty strong, and in certain situations his strength has been called on to aid in certain rescues. But he's now back on the mainland at the new training centre with Blur and Quick Shadow, and they're sort of looking after that. But he's a great character, and I really like this guy, and I just felt I had to get the toy. So yeah, fantastic. Another transforming dust cart. Yes, because I've got animated Regar as well, and he's kind of similar to this in his truck mode. You could probably, someone could do a custom paint job, though the bot mode doesn't look nothing like him. I mean, this guy's he's big and chunky. He's a bruiser. He's hench, but he's got a heart. Heart of gold. He's such a softie, and he's a softly spoken. And he's great. He's a fantastic character, and I've got the toy, and I'm really happy. And I'm really happy the price I paid for it. All thanks to a little ripped tab. So yeah, that's been my review of Transformers Rescue Bots Salvage, such as it is. Yeah, so if you want to get hold of one of these, good luck, because as you can see, the scalpers have got hold of him. He's in very short supply, and you have to pay through the nose for it. But I got lucky. I managed to snag one for pretty much retail price. I'm really pleased. And yeah, so a bit more than a review, kind of a review come chewing the fat type thing, because obviously I'm going on about rescue bots. But I hope you found this entertaining. I felt I had to put something out. I really wanted to get one of these and review it. So there you go. That's been me. I'll see you all next time. Ta-da.